here, this isn't the best time for Meliora. I say it's high time somebody turned the tide, don't you think? You and I are going to kill a witch.
Are we? Okay. Hi, everybody. After a long time waiting, I took the risk and bought the Wizards in the latest sale for like, I think $8 or €8. And everybody was always saying in those video reviews that the graphics were rather blurry and that this was one of the game's biggest weaknesses and that it would be very repetitive. So I was curious after all that time with probably a few patches how this really looks today, and as of now I must say it's not even half as bad as everybody made it out to be. Like, it's not the sharpest, it's not on the level of Red Matter 1 or 2. As we probably know, very few games are actually on that level. But from what I'm seeing here right now, it's like, oh god, it's okay. It's not the sharpest game I've ever played, but it's also not the blurriest game I've ever played. I'd say it's probably on a level of Arizona Sunshine 1 and 2, about the level of Arizona Sunshine 1 and 2. The texturing is quite nice, very structured, normal maps, and the lighting is particularly nice. It has really a strong fantasy feeling, and the art direction is pretty good. It's one of the prettiest games, I would say, when it comes to lighting on PlayStation VR2. It has some minor problems with the textures, like the textures on the tree back there. They have this white fringe around the leaves. I don't know if that's on purpose, but normally that happens when you don't use correct alpha maps to clip the texturing out so that you can have just the pure green of the leaves and not those white fringes around it. I fell into the trap myself when I was working as game artist, and sometimes it's just a matter of texture compression or maybe file format. I had very good experiences with GTA and not so good experiences in Unity with PNG, where we got those white fringes when we were using LODs and stuff, but that's okay. I mean, that would be like a polishing issue, but so far this looks really nice. I mean, the ground here looks nice. The lighting is pretty good. So for me, this is so far not a bad game to look at. So let's open this. And this is nice and shiny. It looks like metal. It's really nice. Okay, is this Behemoth? Am I in the wrong game? What is this? Wow, this thing is huge. And this looks nice. This looks nice. There's obviously some jitter in the distance. I don't know if you can see that on the social screen, but there's some jitter in the distance. And that stuff there looks a bit low poly, but it's not a showstopper, and the lighting here is very nice, very atmospheric. The shipwreck down there and the trees and the distant fog, this is all very nice, and I like the texturing here a lot. So this is okay. I really can work with that. It's not as bad as I thought it would be after all the reviews. Okay. Hold down. Okay, let's try that. So, hold down. There you go. Nice. This looks good. Really cool. Okay. Okay, so here I have to probably use it.
Yeah. You still remember your magics. That's all that matters.
Okay. Oh. This one blew up the bridge. No, first this one. Damn, yeah. Okay. Ah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, wow, this was nice. I love the... Cool. Nice falling leaves. Nice structured textures on the rocks and on the floor. And Nice use of normal mapping here. You can see really that the structure is a bit... This one is a bit on the blurry side, I agree. And it also seems to have like... No, it probably doesn't have, but from this distance here it looks great. It's a bit low poly, but the texturing of the tree is nice, and we have a bit of shadowing here that's not so great, and we have a bit of texture cut off. This is probably the shape of the polygon that's textured, and they just didn't pay attention to the detail in that case, that you could also texture it so that the leaves are not cut off in the middle of the texture. But yeah, it's okay. I mean, that's all a thing that you can polish. And there you see that bright fringe around the leaves. Yeah, but this looks nice. This looks pretty epic. The mist looks great, and the lighting here is very atmospheric. I like it. Really, really nice. The colors are great. The art direction is great. Nothing stands here out as inappropriate or out of place. This is cool. The wood looks nice. The fire looks nice. This is all well lit here. I don't know what this is. Seems to float, but that looks also nice. Nice backed shadows. And now we descend into madness. Particle effects are nice. Yeah, I mean, the picture quality, as I said, is not the sharpest. Like, sharp as probably the new motor racing game that we have on PlayStation VR2, or as sharp as Red Matter 1 and 2. But it does a great job, actually, of conveying this feeling of epic fantasy environments. And I like the use of red and blue light here and blue fog. Uh-oh. Oh gosh, I hope we don't have to fight this thing. Yeah, we have to fight the thing probably in that other game, Behemoth. So we have a nice crossover here. And the mushrooms look really, really nice. I mean, this texturing here is, I would say this is on par with Red Matter. This is very sharp here. And the little dots on here are really normals and normal maps. And you really can see that it's the structure on the mushroom's head. It's not just a painted texture. It really has structure and depth and detail. And you can get pretty close to it, and it looks really nice. So yeah, first impression after several years of not buying this game, I must say I regret it so far that I did not buy it earlier, because it looks good enough. Really, I'm not complaining. The storytelling, environmental storytelling here is great. I don't know what happened here, but it really looks great and interesting. So I leave you with that, and I hope you enjoyed this, even if it's for an older game. I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna finish this, and probably gonna make a little let's play and review of it, and let's see if it's also not as repetitive as everybody made it out to be. And yeah, if you want to buy it, I can recommend it for like $8. It's really, so far, I'm just at the beginning of the game, but so far it's not the utter disappointment I thought it would be. Bye bye, and thanks for watching.